Right, so welcome. I'm Jason Smart. It's my travel channel. I've not done a video for quite a long time, but today I'm in Scotland. I'm in Dumfries. I've actually just got the ferry over from Belfast yesterday, and I stayed in a hotel nearby, and I thought I'd just pop over and see what this Scottish town that I've heard about is actually like. So yeah, let's have a wander around and see what we see. But already I can see these grand buildings on the other side of the river there, the River Nith. So I'm going to walk into the town and we'll see some of the history of this town. I think it's embedded with Robert Burns. Robert Burns, I'll tell you more about him later on. Sorry for the Scottish accent. This is quite a nice vantage point with the rapids there. And this bridge, so I've just read, is the oldest, or one of the oldest, multi-span bridges, stone bridges in Scotland. So we'll walk across that, tell you a little bit about it. But yeah, I wish I knew more about Dumfries. I'm reading about it as I go along. A bit of a shoddy way of doing things, but that's the way it's happening. Right, let's see if I can see a kingfisher or a sand martin or a heron. Or a goosander. Nope, just seagulls. And the beautiful bridge. So this is I'm reading it from this Devagilla Bridge, named after Lady Devagilla, who ordered this structure to be built in 1270. Apparently she was like one of the most powerful women in Scotland in the 13th century, but it was wooden originally. So I've got to say the water is absolutely crystal clear, not one drop of litter. Well done, the people of Dumfries, for not dropping any litter in your beautiful River Nith. Alright, look, yeah, there's the bridge I was trying to pronounce. I want to go to this church, I'm going to go to the centre of town, I'm going to go to St Michael's Church, I'm going to go to all these places. So yeah, looks like I'm finding all the best spots to see in Dumfries, including this little flower arrangement. Nice. In 1997, so over 30 years ago now, it was rated the best place to live in Britain. And in 2017, it was ranked the happiest place in Scotland. Just looking for happy Scottish people. Yeah, there's one sitting on a bench there. Happy Scottish person. There's a happy Scottish person with his bags of shopping. And there's a lady walking past who looks very happy indeed. Yeah. Happy place. What's this rock about? In gratitude to the people of Dumfries and Galloway for the outstanding hospitality, friendship and hope shown to the Norwegian men and women during World War II. Oh yeah, I read about this. Apparently when the Germans took over Norway, I think a big Norwegian contingent of troops came over here and they were stationed in this town, and obviously the people looked after them. It looks a bit quiet today, maybe because it's Bank Holiday Monday, and maybe because it's fairly early still. I think it's just 10 AM. But I'm going to head now right to the centre of the town and see what's there. Well, here it looks like what blights a lot of English central cores is happening in Dumfries. It's obviously just closed down, and that's not opening later on, it's closed, isn't it? And I think it's a similar deal with some of these. It's unfortunate that a lot of these places, Dumfries included, all the shoppers go out of town now on the periphery. People used to go into the centre, didn't they, to go shopping? When I was a kid, we used to go to Middlesbrough town centre, but now nobody does. Well, not many people. And they go to these retail parks on the outside, on the outskirts of the city. And this is the result. A dead city centre. So yeah, Robert Burns, national poet of Scotland. I've obviously heard of him, and I'm sure lots of people know who he is and why he's famous, but I didn't know actually what he'd done. But he's the author of Old Lang Syne. Maybe everyone knew that, but I didn't know that one. But he's the one. But he's got a little bit of a sad history, because before he was a poet, or while he was a poet, he was also an exciseman, which meant he had to get on his horse and ride long distances and collect taxes and tithes and things. And maybe that had a contribution to what actually befell him later on. He became really ill. So yeah, he had rheumatic pain, which caused issues with his heart. And eventually, unfortunately, when he was just 37 years old, he died. He died here in Dumfries. What a sad ending. He died on the same day as the birth of one of his children, no less. I don't normally notice flowers, but I'm noticing the ones in Dumfries, especially around the Robert Burns statue. Right, what I think I'll do is I'll go and have a look at Greyfriars Church. So yeah, Greyfriars Church stands on the site where Robert the Bruce murdered John Comyn in 1306. I like that red doorway. Looks really good. That is a grand Gothic church. Do you know, it's always really nice when the local artists of Dumfries or any town do a little bit of art on the wall just to showcase their skills. There you go. He's done 2 of them. No, 3. He's a prolific artist, this guy. I think it must be in the dead centre of the town. It looks like in English towns you get like a market hall or a town hall. I think that's what it looks like there. But I do know it used to be a prison at one point and an arms store and a lookout tower. It's called Mid-Steeple. 1707 replaced the Market Cross, spelt Market Cross, eh? Right, let's get a view from up here. So there you are, Hark at Dumfries. Not everyone in Dumfries is happy. There's been a young gentleman just walking past, shouting his head off, shouting at anyone who stared at him. What are you standing that way? What are you standing that? You should be in bed. A bit mad, I think. Nicer waterfall to calm you down after that. God, these things made my eyes go a bit funny, these curved stones. Right, I'm going to head to a pub now because it's 10:30 in the morning. Let's find one. Here it is, the Globe Inn, established 1610, and the guy there, Robert Burns. Apparently, according to this, he used to drink here and socialise in the 1790s. Let's have a look in and see what it's like down here. So he would have walked along these, well, I'm not saying these actual stones, but this is where he came to do a little bit of boozing in the Globe. The last time I was in Scotland, I think I was in a place called Stirling, and I was sitting in a pub one evening and I'd got my drink and sat down, just minding my own business, and there was a couple of guys on the table just next to me. They didn't know I was English, and I was just tuning into their conversation for a little bit, and at one point they were saying, "Hey, English people, fucking hate them. If I see any in here, I'm going to beat the fuck out of them." So I drank my pint and just kept quiet and didn't even attempt a Scottish accent. Got my bagpipes out though. This is where it annoys me because it's pointing that way where I want to go, to the Burns house, but on here it's saying I've got to go that way. It said just wandered down here. Robert Burns at the plough. You can see the that bridge I walked across. Robert Burns doing some manual labour. So yeah, this was his house, and it's where he spent his final days until he died. And his funeral was a really sad event because he's quite famous by this point, and thousands of people turned up to his funeral. And I think it's a museum now, and it says it's open. Let's see if I can get in and find out a little bit more about him. He moved to this house in 1793, and then he died 3 years later. And what was the state of the house when he...
Well, it was fine, yeah. As I say, his wife lived on.
Oh, did she? She stayed here with all those kids?
Yeah, she stayed here. Exactly, yeah.
Right, free entry, let's have a look.
Thank you.
Mind you, 4 rooms for 12 kids. God. So you get letters, you get seal matrix, whatever that is, you get pictures, you get books, musical notation, silhouettes. That's his sister. Oh, look at this. This is pretty good, isn't it? That's the mid-steeple that we were at earlier. Wow. Dressing up. I've got to do it. Hey, alright. What are you doing? What am I doing with this out? I look absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Slightly better, but I think I should lay off the hats now. So this is his wife, Bonnie Jean. Bit of artistic license with the name there, I feel. And she outlived him for 38 years, and she carried on living in this house. So I'm walking along Burn Street to this church. I think it's called St. Michael's Church, and it's got another part of the Burns history there. It seems to be this video, so it's been taken over by Robert Burns. But why not, eh? Oh, it's good that she's got a statue here. Jean Armour. And she looks much better in this carving, only up from 2004. How good though that she got her own statue as well. Yeah. So a remembrance garden. That's a great little carving made of wood. So that's the First World War, and there's the guy from the Second World War. Yeah, this is really, really good. Nice poppies in the background as well there. And a real one. Wow, that is a beautiful flower. My flower theme is carrying on. Right, St. Michael's Church. But what's inside this is the Robert Burns Mausoleum. I'm going to try to find it. Look at the size of these headstones. So this poor guy died when he was 31. He was a draper. James Thompson. Here lies interred the remains of Grizzle Corrie. Grizzle. 2 Z's in your name. So from what I've read, he was buried in these church grounds, and he had one of these, like these normal, I'm not saying they're normal because they're huge, aren't they, gravestones, but the people of Scotland decided, you know what, that is not a fitting tribute to the great man, the greatest man in Scotland no less. So they moved him to a mausoleum, which is that white building down there. I'm glad I came here purely just to find out more about Robert Burns. Now I know a little bit more about him. Right, so I'm back in the car park after my little walking tour of Dumfries, and I was reading somewhere, it's a town that doesn't shout for itself, but it's certainly got a little voice, hasn't it? A big voice if you count for Robert Burns. So yeah, it's definitely worth a stop if you're coming here en route to somewhere else and see what's what. So this is it. Goodbye from Dumfries till next time.